see your face. Wish I'd see your face. Alright now. Turn around, don't walk away. You know it kills, see you leave this place. Not unheard of. Could be so much fun. What good's up if you don't allow, right? And lay me down and shout it out, yeah. What good's up if you don't allow, right? Oh, yeah. What good's up if you don't allow?
Okay. I'm typing up this, what was that? Oh, dude, Madden will suck you in.
It'll suck.
You in. Next thing you know, like 8 hours will pass.
Oh, yeah. I literally find myself sitting on the... I'll find myself sitting at the franchise screen, and I'll just sit there and do nothing. So it'll look like I'm playing Madden.
Loading into qualifying right now.
I'm having a brain fart. Spell Talladega when you can.
A-D.
There's just one L?
G-A.
Two L's.
Sorry, two L's. Sorry.
Two L's.
Forgot how to spell.
Yeah, so did I.
T-A-L-L-A-D.
Don't worry, I said that.
G-A. And I'm definitely not reading off the Gator stream.
You're absolutely reading off of my stream.
I did not have your stream up on my computer, and
Sure.
with you being live on the Money Lion 300,
At
one viewer
Talladega.
right now, you're also on air, by the way.
Oh.
But he doesn't have it up. Alright, starting this broadcast now. And this way it'll send that notification if people want to join early, they can.
Why is Gar commenting on my stream, but he's supposed to be following?
He did that. He did that last Xfinity
Really
race.
no need.
Gar, get your ass up to
Do
speed
you
for
really want to
qualifying.
ask a question?
Oh, that's right, I need to invite Gabriel.
But yeah, 3 points because Jameis Winston fumbled it at the 20.
Oh, James Winston.
Damn, he fumbled it at the 20.
We're going for a quarterback. He fumbled it at the 20-yard line on my final drive with about like a minute or so to go.
Oh, that's brutal.
Jeez. Was
However,
that a
Kevin,
playoff
Might have
game?
been
Yeah, it was.
wild card game, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I do commend you,
That
Kevin,
hurts.
because you actually scraped your way into the playoffs.
I had no idea that it was going to be that close of a game, to be honest with you.
I didn't think you were going to make the playoffs, to be honest with
Neither
you.
did I. But that's where the time-consuming comes into play with Madden. I literally sat here on my ass for 3 straight days winning those games.
I gotta see where my first round picks lie. See who I want to take.
I'm nervous, man, because I don't know. I'm nervous. I don't know if like all the computer scouting that happened, does that carry over when I took over?
Yes.
I mean, I would think so, but if I go in there drafting blind, be upset. Not anybody but the game, but still upset.
Well, I mean, it's John has it set for the collegiate draft. So actual.
Oh, like real players?
So,
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Tua's in the draft.
Oh.
Who else is there? LSU's.
Burrow should have been last year.
Oh, yeah.
Burrow's there, Tua's there.
If I don't get Burrow, I'll get Tua. And then vice versa.
Don't you have a late draft pick?
No, Kevin's got an early one.
I have an early one. Thanks
Which-
to the no, he won against the Broncos, so now the Broncos have either the first pick or the second pick.
Oh, you
which
got the
means
Broncos
Houston now
first?
has the third. No, I have the third, which is Houston.
Did you make the playoffs?
I made the playoffs, yes.
Oh, you had Houston's
Raiders-
first.
Yes, I have Houston's first. The Raiders have my first.
Qualifying. Just finished.
Cool.
Okay.
Who'd you trade to get there first? That's fine. Who'd you give up, I guess?
I traded a middle linebacker.
Oh.
And honestly, it paid off for me because David was doing absolute shit for me.
Well, now you got an early first.
Now I have an early first. I was looking for a quarterback.
Well, I need a quarterback, so don't take one. Josh Allen is
I'm debating
trash.
I'm debating whether I want to take one or not because I can't stand Baker Mayfield.
You're doing
Baker's supposed to be
wonders
good,
with
though.
Baker,
Dude, Kevin, he couldn't hit the
I
side of
how
a
many
barn.
picks? How many picks? how many picks have you thrown with Baker?
I threw 4 with Josh
plenty.
Allen just today, so.
Plenty? That doesn't count.
Gator, you're the Browns.
He's the Jaguars.
Jags.
Oh,
Fantasy draft guy.
That I wasn't there for, which is fine. Nobody's fault but my own fault.
It's fine. 5 people.
Everybody
We now have 13.
Lobby
You
set
got poll?
up. Gonna unpause. Poll is going to be Gar.
Oh, car on the pole, my goodness.
yeah.
Seen it all. Pardon my French.
So we're doing what you talked about, Gator, for this race.
Same deal. Much as it pains me to say.
Did I miss something?
Once you guys get in,
Oh.
can you send me some invites, please?
Yes.
Sure.
Talk about it after.
Starting the broadcast.
Okay.
I understand
Um,
you are live streaming.
Just a little bit. Have they loaded in yet?
Loading in. Now y'all can join.
Gar put a message. Well. Gar, if you don't start paying attention to the race.
Well. For those of you who are watching, I lost my Madden game by 3 points thanks to Jameis Winston's stupid ass.
Language.
I said ass.
That's language.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Invite Gator.
It is a donkey.
Exactly.
Ah, you bailed him out. Gator. Mr. Williams. Invite.
There's your guys' stuff.
And I'm loading in. Alright, time to shift to commentator. I got Baby Crab on here. I think he's a Jackboy fan. He's up there ready for tonight.
I am back.
Anyways.
I'm rejoining.
Alright, so here we are. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Thank you for joining us here tonight on this Sunday night at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to Talladega tonight for the Money Line.
300 is the Xfinity Series second race of the playoffs. I am joined tonight by
Well, a special guest Gator Mike, how you doing?
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, doing really good. And also Kevin, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello.
K-Bart's also in here, but I think he wants to be quiet. You can introduce yourself if you like. Mr. K-Bart. All right, so we joined this action already in progress, and we got a bunch of red cars in the lead right now. Looks like these FBGM guys, along with Gar, they're 3 wide. The 0 of Lieutenant Dangles is going to make it 3 wide. Gar's in the middle. He's not going to be able to hold that line. That's the 15 of... Oh, my... Everybody's around. The 10, the 35. Is this not a caution? The 42's involved. Caution's out. Wow. So they went 3 wide there. Lieutenant Dangles down on the bottom. Gar could not hold that midline. Comes up and hits Swap Fox, which nails the wall, comes down and collects the rest of the cars. Gator, what's kind of your thoughts on that?
Well, everybody trying to make something of nothing real quick. But however, unlike real NASCAR, if the big one strikes here, they can just repair their cars and keep on going.
Yeah, for sure. So, Kevin, are we going to see this all night, or is it just kind of early race jitters?
I would like to not see this all night, but you never know. I like to think of it as early race jitters. Gar, of course, got pushed into that 3 wide position, and well, yeah.
We saw the rest. All right, so we're going to ride on board with Gar now because he's restarting P3 as they take this action back green, and we still got a bunch of red cars up here in the front. That caution must have came out pretty early on into that wreck.
Looks like the 20 car missed a shift, and the host team hose missed a shift and slow getting up to speed. But looks like everybody's going to get around. He's just going to fall in the back.
All right, so they get it all sorted out here. We have 17 cars in the field here tonight. One of our bigger Xfinity races that we've had. Everybody's excited to get on this 2.5-mile super speedway track down in Alabama as Gar's going to try to make the outside lane work early here. It looks like Max Boost thought about joining him up there, but then thought better of it. He's going to connect to the back bumper of that 0 of Lieutenant Dangles.
Lieutenant Dangles is a super speedway specialist. He is strong on the plate tracks. So keep an eye out for him to be a factor all night.
Well, that's a good conversation topic to bring up. Any besides Dangles, any guys that we should look out here, Kevin?
Oh, definitely 5-car Max Boost. He was a...
Contact between the 2 and the 1. LL pinned into the wall hard. He's going to fall to the back. I think he's going to lose the draft. Sorry for cutting you off there, Kevin. Go ahead.
Nah, well, what I was saying is, like, watch for the 5-car Max Boost. I can't remember if he participated in the Daytona in the Daytona race with these guys. But
he did.
I have a real good feeling.
He finished 3rd.
Oh, the 0-1 Doc Shock's in the wall there. He's going to fall back, but he should be able to stay in the draft there. The 15 of Swamp Fox gets underneath of the 2 of Lights Out. He takes that position away. The 2's going to be able to recollect himself underneath or behind 15. And 99 of Charblazer barely snuck back in there. Let me get off the car so I can get a better
This track
angle.
is a true equalizer, though. So when I say anybody can win, anybody can win.
Now to talk more about that, Ballistic's sitting 3rd.
Ballistic's also pretty good on the plate tracks. He ran well at Daytona, and here he is up front at Talladega.
So far in the comments, I've got 1 Jagboy fan and 1 Max Boost fan. Surprise, surprise there. 2 of them are popular. Oh, the 98 of Moffitt. Hard contact into multiple cars there. Looks like the 9 of Dalton's going to be able to keep it going. No caution. No caution. A couple cars got a little bit of a damage there.
Oh, got another one.
Oh, even more damage. Oh, my goodness. I can't even tell. Who is that? It's 15 to swap. Hard into the wall. Now, he's a playoff driver. That's going to hurt him here early on. Especially when no caution comes out.
Still.
Wow, so no caution. That's the 0 of Lieutenant Dangle. Still leads this pack. And you got 17 cars here, so cycling through might take a little while. And then we have the 5 of Max Boost right on his bumper. N.R. Lewis running 3rd. The 2 of Lights Out running 4th. And don't look now. Who is that? Is that, there it is, running 5th?
That is Up the Irons.
Or was that Up the Irons? Oh. A guy that we haven't really called his name too much early on this season. As Max Boost tried to make that outside lane work, nobody went with him, and he's going to fall to the back of this pack.
I think it's going to be hard for Max to find some friends tonight.
Especially as dominant as he's been all year.
He's been the dominant driver all season, and I think these guys are wanting somebody new up front. It's going to be hard for him to find some help.
Well, that's exactly what we're seeing early on here as Lieutenant. Oh, that's just my screen. Never mind. As Lieutenant Daniels is still in the lead here. Now, up the irons getting shuffled to the back, but he's still up here in the top 6 or 7. Looks like Jackboy may lose this track. Yeah, I think he lost it.
7 cars that are broken away from the rest of the field. I don't believe they have to pit in either of the stages, so.
They do not. So they don't have to pit in stage 1 or stage 2. However, they will have to pit once in stage 3. A green flag stop, assuming if we don't have any cautions. That'll be interesting to watch for sure.
When it comes down to pit, that's what you need friends. If you get stuck out on the track by yourself, it's a done deal. The draft matters so much.
So I got to say, this race started out a little bit hectic, a little bit fiery. It looks like everybody's kind of sorted themselves out for now. I forget, hang on, I had the number, but I forget how many laps we have in stage 1. But you got to think we're coming down to at least the last 5 or so. So it's going to get heated back up here soon.
I'm going to stream right now to see.
There's less than that. There's about.
Oh wow! So this is going to be the last lap coming to the line, the stage.
They're coming to the flag right
now. Oh my goodness! This first stage has flown by. As we have Lieutenant Dangle still in the lead. Is he a playoff driver? I'm not sure. He was on the cutoff line. Did he make it?
No.
Oh,
he missed
what a
out
shame!
On his chance.
Oh, what a shame. I think my screen's lagging a little bit. Okay, they're not wrecking. If you're watching our stream, they're still good to go. Lights out. Currently running third. Oh, the ball stick gets shuffled out there. Looks like Max Boost might let him back. Oh, he does not let him back in. He's going to take that position. So NARL Lewis and Max Boost and Big Jim are playoff drivers
also
running in this lead pack here. Oh yeah, excuse me, since Mr. Williams took over the Xfinity stuff, I've kind of fallen off. Oh, a little bit of contact. The lights out.
Oh, this is crazy. He's
not going to get the stage point. He's not going to get the stage point. Can somebody give me an official top 5?
Looks like Dangles, Lewis, Big Jim, up the irons, Ballistic.
Up the irons. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that's his first stage points of the season.
You are correct.
Wow, so definitely that great equalizer that you were talking about earlier. All these drivers, as you mentioned, have a chance to win here tonight. We have a guy that we usually don't call from the front of the field winning the stage, Lieutenant Dangles, and then also up the irons. Maybe
the
there's
official stage 1 results are
for.
Lieutenant Dangles first, NARL Lewis second, Big Jim third, Max Boost fourth, and up the irons in 5th.
Wow. Well, that's a very interesting top 5, and it's kind of refreshing to see something a little bit different every now and again, don't you think?
I like seeing fresh faces up front in these races.
All right. Steve-O taking the lead on some strategy. I wonder if he forgot to pit. Or maybe he just took 2. Well, let's see. It looks like Big Jim somehow gets in front of Lieutenant Dangles, also on strategy as they are back green here at Talladega. The 0-0, a Steve-O leading the field. Some sort of strategy he pulled on pit road was allowed him to get 6 or 7 or even 8 positions, and he looks like he's going to lead the field coming out too.
Crazy break. Free wide on towards the back of the field.
All right, looks like they're trying to settle themselves out. Mostly single file. Got a couple stranglers up there on top, but if they don't want to fall to the back, they're going to have to find their way to the bottom. Something to talk about here, Kevin. Obviously, you want to stay in the draft. You want to stay in a pack. That's the fastest way around here. You want to stay on the bottom. However, if the car in front of you is just stuck to the bottom, how do you get around them?
Well, you got to give him a little bit of space and then get a big enough run out of get a big enough run out of the corner, and gotta play the waiting game apparently. So kind of like what the 5 is doing here on the ballistic. If you get that big enough run, you can take that run all the way up to the high side and make the pass up there. And hopefully, if you get that big run, you'll be able to clear him possibly.
5 is lagging back a little bit. He's going to try to make a run to the outside. Hopefully take a line of cars with him.
Perhaps.
Or is he just playing it safe,
a little early,
keeping a little bit of space in between him and the car ahead?
It's a little early, but you never know. You've got his TGR teammate back there with him on his bumper and then Jack.
Oh,
there's
contact the
crash in
15
the
of Swamp
back.
Fox. Looks like the 99 and Charblazer involved as well. There was a third car. I'm not sure who that is. It's another red car, another FPGM driver. The 01 of Doc Shocks was also involved. I'm not sure what happened there, but that was a lot of damage between those 3 cars. No caution. Wow, that kind of surprises me. They called that first caution early on here in this race, and now they're just letting them race. I'll tell you who didn't want a caution in that last race at Richmond, and that was Captain Killam there on that last lap. He could have won that race if the caution didn't come out. Whatever you already heard. But Steve-O went around in front of him. Speaking of Steve-O, he's still leading the field. He's pulling that nice steady line down on the bottom. Nobody's able to get around him. If they want to get around him, they're going to have to get a little bit organized with some of these other cars and make that high line work.
Yeah, you can see Max trying to lay back here, trying to get a nice run out of the corner. Possibly coming into turn.
And he makes the move! Right, Max Boost looking outside. He's got the 42 Jaguar right on his bumper. But unfortunately, and the 98 goes up to help him. It looks like the 1 may go up as well.
3 TJR drivers.
That's still not enough. I don't think that's enough help. Looks like they're going to get railroaded here. So their return to the series this year, well, actually their debut to the North American E-Racing League series. A little bit of competition for FBGM. Do you think that might be a big storyline going forward, or it's late enough in the season that doesn't really make a difference?
I think it was a rivalry before it even started.
I think it's I'd have to agree with that. But
That's a very fair
I don't know,
assessment.
it's going to be very fun for all the seasons to come, because there's going to be now kind of a playful team aspect. Already over social media, some funny tweets being made in reference to last week's Cup race at Richmond, referring to it's always all over the ball.
However, for disclaimer, the league does not have or recognize any official teams, but there are alliances that have formed between multiple drivers. So when we say FBGM or TJR, that's just a group of drivers that have formed an alliance with each other to maybe share information or help each other out on the track.
Ah, what a buzzkill. Alright, here we go, Toby. Thank you, Toby. As we keep going green here at Talladega. Steve-O has not let up that lead yet, but Steve, oh my goodness, I just confused myself. We got the 00 in the lead and only a single 0 in second. So only 4 laps to go. What a quick stage, my goodness. So we got a bunch of zeros up front. Steve-O in the 00, Lieutenant Dangles, who was your stage 1 winner in that 0 car, running second. He's going to want to get by him here soon. This is where, people start getting a little itchy, start getting a little ready to go. I don't know. Well, the 11 of Boston. Right.
I also want to point out, that there are 4 FBGM guys, 2nd through 5th. So Dangles, Ballstick, Big Jim, and LL Penn in 5th are all part of the FBGM stable. So they got some help up there right now.
So that 00 is...
Penn
got shuffled out. So Penn to the rear of this lead pack. Steve is kind of in a tough situation there. If you're looking in your rearview mirror and you see all these guys that are on 2 separate affiliations, what in the world do you do? Do you just stick down at the bottom and just hope for the best, or you try to block them and cause a wreck? What do you do?
Steve-O's got to. I don't believe he's got any friends right now, but he needs to find some pretty quick. I know Steve-O and Dalton in 4th place have worked together in the past, so they may be able to rekindle that relationship.
But definitely be interesting to see. And you also got a wild card in the middle there, NARL Lewis. I'm not sure if he's affiliated with anybody, but maybe Steve-O, Dalton, and Lewis had talked before this race. You would think it would have been smart for them to reach out to somebody before this plate race started. I can't talk tonight.
I
just means I need another beer.
How about that?
Language. Strike 2, Kevin.
I'm really trying to keep myself.
Gator can't save you from that one.
It's on stream.
All right. All right, we have a lap and a half left here in stage 2. Now, we all know that these stage races can sometimes lull you to sleep, and then all of a sudden, that last lap, that last 2 laps, it just becomes insane. It becomes an angry hornet's nest of a track. Well, guess what? We're coming to 1 to go here in stage 2. Let's see if any of these guys wants to make a move.
I predict
you still
Dangles,
have the 0-0 Steve-O.
I predict Dangles is going to make a move because him and Steve-O have got some history in the past, and they are not the best of buddies. So it's going to really burn up Dangles if Steve-O pulls him off for the stage. So I predict a move here on the backstretch. Maybe turn 4.
All right, well, we're coming around turn 2 here, so let's see if anything happens. Let me cycle around to the leader and not be on max boost back here a little bit. That way I can call this a little bit better. I will sail Dalton.
But I think Dangles needs to lag back just a little bit and help let his teammates push him.
Yeah, this, it doesn't look like he's going to pull anything here, unless right off of 4, like you also mentioned. As they come around turn 4 for the last time here in stage 2, Steve-O currently leading the way. He's a playoff driver. This is going to be big for him if he wins this stage. He needs it badly. And it looks like they're all play nice.
Wow.
And they will. There's a little bit of shuffling back there, but I don't think any of it was actual positions. Pretty much where they were running to start that last lap is where they finished.
Yeah,
that's huge for Steve-O.
Steve-O gets the stage win, followed by Dangles, Ballistic, Big Jim, and Dalton.
Not only is that a good bucket of points for this round of the playoffs, but if he makes the next round, that's also 1 playoff point to give him a little bit of an advantage.
Oh, and those playoff points, do they reset next round or no?
They do.
Oh, so that 1 point is big, because that's 1 point that these other guys don't have. Compared to, like, season... You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. All right, so stage 2 is over. Steve-O getting a much important and much needed stage win here in this second playoff race of the Xfinity North American Racing League Series. I mean, we got a picker in stage 3. I mean, this is going to get a little crazy. All right, they lined up, and they're about to go green here. Steve-O is able to hold his position out front. Lieutenant Dangles lost the position on pit road. However, I think that actually helps him as he now restarts on the bottom line. The 10, a big... He let the 11 go in front of him. Was he talking to FBGM before this race started?
Wow. I don't know what happened there, but Steve-O's playing nice with the FBGM guys.
I gotta say, oh, we got a lot of contact back here. I don't even know who's involved. The 1 of LL Pin, the 74 NL Lewis, the 20th host, and more, the 7 of Gar. No caution.
Caution's out.
Oh, there it is. I was curious to say, my goodness. So there you go. All right, so you know what they say, cautions breed cautions. Now, Gator, I don't want your blood pressure to go up too much with that statement, but will these guys sort it out, or is this pretty much what we're going to see till the end of the race?
Well, it's kind of 50-50. Kind of 50-50. These guys, even though it says there's like 30 laps left, and that doesn't seem like a lot, at this track, that's still a long time. So they still got plenty of time to not make any forcing moves.
I think you were spot on when you said 50-50, because there's been some races where they had a caution and they just sorted it out. But then there's been others where one caution came about and it was just, I mean, it was over from there. But we'll see. The only way to find out is to find out. So here we go. 11 of Bostic's going to be out front now. Is he going to return that favor to the 00 of Steve-O that Steve-O just gave him in that last restart? Or was it Steve-O may have missed a shift, but it looked kind of too smooth for him that he missed the shift. The 11 of Bostic is not going to let him in, and the 0 of Lieutenant Dangles is not going to let him in either. So maybe he didn't talk to FBGM. But now we got a little interesting story coming around here. 2 FBGM drivers in running 1 and 2.
2 TJR drivers.
Exactly, and then right behind up the irons, another TJR driver.
Oh, what's happening here? Jackboy, he might have a little bit of a lag issue.
Oh, what in the world?
There's a big one.
99 of Charblazer gotten into, I think, Penn. Who's falling way back here? LL Penn? Is that another caution?
Oh,
It is.
Steve-O lagged out.
Big one in the back. Steve-O lagged out.
Oh, I missed the big one. Oh, Steve-O.
All those.
That's not good.
That stage win, it's definitely even more significant now.
That's big, though. I mean, that might hurt him his chances of even being able to use that stage point next round. I'm not sure where he is on the cutoff line, but you never want to not finish a race, especially a playoff race.
Well, that's extreme also, right? So he must have been as well.
You think Ballistic like that?
Extreme.
Oh,
No,
okay.
just turns.
He might have had a lag issue, so he turned it off.
It's pointless.
All right, so we're going back green here, and Ballistic is currently leading the way with Lieutenant Dangles lined up right behind him. Up the irons, starting P2, but that's actually going to hurt him.
Steve-O's
He's
in
on the outside.
5th.
Yeah, Steve-O's not lagged out.
oh.
He just shows that he's lagged out as one of those 704 glitches.
Oh, man.
Thanks, 704.
Oh, this is going to be great. This is going to be... Alright, okay, we'll do the best we can. Steve-O stole Wonder Woman's invisible
For my
jet.
viewers,
and,
here's Steve-O's car sitting on pit lane, but he's actually still driving out on the racetrack.
well, I guess I'll go ahead and show them my stream, too. Yeah, look at him right there. Pit lane, boom. And then let me show you where he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be in 3rd place
Where
right
is
now.
he at?
That little gap between Dangles and Max. That's supposed to be Steve-O.
Oh man, let me get the
If you have multiple invites, you can back out and get back in, and it'll show them back on track.
I do have multiple invites. Let me do that. Y'all bear with me so we can get Steve-O, because this will be just way too confusing.
Yep.
A little bit of contact going into 1, but they save it.
Yeah, I'll shoot y'all extra invites too, just in case.
Still trying to settle things out here about
Steve-O will get pushed back.
6th place and 7th place on back.
And just some extra invites.
How about look at the driver in 4th place, Moffitt.
Oh,
Hanging up
cars
there in
around.
4th. Moffitt's been one of our part-timers this season, and showing up tonight, putting on a strong showing here in the final stage.
Alright, we're loading back in. I shot them some extra invites in case y'all want to as well. It's up to you.
Looks like they've all kind of
Obviously.
sorted it out and gotten single file.
Second
Car's
back,
going to pit road after crash he just had.
second back. Oh, Doc's gonna get this thing. He would've
Go
timed-
high.
If he would have timed that better, he wouldn't have ran into the back of the nine.
Alright, and we're finally back as Ballistic is still leading the way up here with his FBGM partner, Lieutenant Dangles, running 2nd. We got 2 TJR drivers running right behind him with Max Boost and Moffitt. I know you said his name, but I'm now that I'm signed in here, and look at Moffitt go. Alright, where's
Honestly,
Steve-O? Just to
probably-
make sure I can see Steve-O.
The best thing that 5 car needs to see right now is Moffitt.
There's Steve-O.
His review mirror.
Alright, so we got Steve-O back on here. He gave Wonder Woman her private, or invisible jet back.
Since you reset your stuff, I think it's my turn to back out and find Steve-O.
All right. A little bit of Where's Waldo going on here. No, so they've all pretty much calmed down. How many laps to go we got there, Kevin? Or K-Bard, or whoever's watching the stream?
That's a good question. Stop. I'll let you know here in a second.
Yeah, no problem. So they've all
We're kind of sorted out. The only kind of shaking and baking we got going on now is those drivers that kind of hit that apron a little bit and they get a little bit wiggly, but they've all seemed to sort it out. I mean, everybody's being pretty patient with each other. Very single file right now. Stevo got shuffled out here. He's going to fall to the back.
So 16, 17 to go.
18
All right.
laps.
And I believe 17
So
is the
they're
fuel
coming to-
window.
They're coming to 16 to go this time.
All right, so 16 to go once they hit that finish line. Now remember, that finish line is not on the top of the little turn there, on top of that little triangle. It's farther down the front stretch. It's about 3/4 of the way towards turn 1. So that may come into play a little bit here, that little late race drama as they race to the checkers.
They are now within their fuel window, so if they want to make some stop and go pit stops, they are do that now. I don't think they'll be able to save enough fuel.
Now, if they do have to pit, what's the safest way to go? Oh, we got a car hard into the wall. It's the 20th host. The
yeah,
double zero.
Steve-O.
Steve-O comes up and finishes them off. Wow, well, we found Steve-O. He was in the outside wall. In the meantime, Ballistic gets shuffled out. The zero of Lieutenant Dangles is going to take the lead. Now, that's something that may not actually be a good thing, because now Lieutenant Dangles is up there all by himself. He's going to go up to the pole. We got a car. Ooh, barely held it.
Oh, and the
Looks like
98
Jack
to
Williams
avoid
about to wreck.
boost. It's going to get shuffled out, too.
Oh, my goodness. So we got some stuff going on here in stage 3. Oh, 98, hold it. Don't wreck anybody. There we go. Oh, don't.
He tried to
Y'all
force
play
his
nice
way back in. There was not a hole.
Sometimes you just got to take your lumps, go to the back, and try again. Jack Boy's back there. I wonder if he's got a little bit of lag issues going
There are all
on,
sorts of bottled
or
up
he's
in
just
the
got
back.
shuffled out. Man, Moffat found a hole down there in the bottom, an actual hole. So we got Lieutenant Dangles leading the way, the 5 of Max Boost right behind him. The 2 of Lights Out, who's the playoff driver, running 3rd. This was Max Boost. Running 4th is that 74 of NR Lewis, who was a playoff driver as well. The 10 of Big Jim, also a playoff driver.
Moffat on the apron.
And is that a wreck or is that my screen?
And Moffat went down on the apron. Looks like they were able to save it.
Oh, up
Ooh,
the
the
irons into the
35's
outside
around.
wall, and he's around.
Around goes the 35.
I was waiting for somebody to say it. I always get joked for saying it. All right, so back to the front. Lieutenant Dangles leading the way. Max Boost right behind him. Like Gator mentioned, we are in the fuel window. And they can pit anytime they want now to make it to the end of the race. Now, Kevin, would that be smart to come now, or should you wait till the longer in the run?
I think you should wait until maybe halfway through it, and then come down with somebody that you know is going to come down with you. So as of right now, that 5 of Max, he has no friends at this point anywhere around him.
Well, you gotta hope that some of these guys are in a chat party at least, and maybe they can communicate with each other. Hey, this is a lap that we're coming down, and let's come down and let's get the same amount of tires, the same amount of fuel, and then jump off the pit road at the same time. And hopefully they're smart enough if a driver gets out in front that he slows down and picks everybody up. But as far as waiting later in the run, do tires mean anything here, Gator, or are they all just pretty much the same throughout the run?
Tires aren't really going to benefit you any. I mean, yeah, they're going to wear a little bit, but in terms of getting fresh ones versus keeping your old ones, refreshing them, it's not going to give you any more speed or slow you down if you keep the old ones.
Well, there you go. So as long as you don't blow a tire here at Talladega, as long as they're nice and inflated, you should be good to go. So everybody should be on the same strategy, assuming that they're in a chat party. And that'll be really when we see these teams or affiliations coming into play. And this green flag stop, assuming that we get one.
Ooh, they're checking up in the back.
Who's that? Charblazer gets pushed out a little bit. Hello, Penn's still up here riding around. Now, he's one of those plate track guys.
The reason get checked up in the back is the accordion factor. You get such a run on the guy in front of you that you just have nowhere to go with it, and then they just end up running in the back of each other. And it just kind of accordions, and that's why they get checked up. But it seems like they've gotten sorted out for the most part.
They're actually not doing too bad. Everybody's giving each other room. Everybody's staying pretty patient. As we're joined in the booth by Mr. Williams. How you doing, Biddy? Oh, there's a baby sleep.
No. Who's leaving?
Okay. Lieutenant Dangles. Max Boost running P2. Who's that? Lights Out running P3. Who's that? P4. NR Lewis, is that NR Lewis running P4? And one of LL Pin right behind.
They had their final pit stop
Nope.
there?
We got about, what, 13 laps to go, I'm assuming? Guessing? Well, we still got about a 10-car pack up here up front. I mean, any of these 10 cars could win 10 laps around here is a very long time. Anything can happen. As Max Boost gets shuffled out along with Ballistic up there, they're going to have to go to the back. And I got a big old logo on my screen. I can't even see the action. There we go.
According to Doc Shock's stream, he's got about 4 laps left with fuel, so they should be coming to the end of their fuel range right now, so we should see pit stop shortly.
For some reason, 11 and Ballistic got really loose down the backstretch and smoked the wall. We got cars coming down pit road. The 2 of them lights out. I can't see the rest because I can't cycle through quick enough. Anybody got the numbers?
Lewis is one of them.
Dalton in the 9 and 99 in Charblazer.
Charblazer is pretty far back there. They might heard him coming off the pit road.
That's something to keep an eye on. Now this front pack got a little bit smaller here. Some of these guys, they've already seen the first couple cars pit. That's got to be coming through their mind. That might be the signal he's pitting that looks like Swamp gave there, diving below that double yellow line on the backstretch, maybe letting all the other drivers know, hey, don't run me over. Or he may just got a little bit loose. But now we got the FPGM guys all lined up together and the TGR guys all lined up together. So pitting is definitely on the mind. You got to think. And there they come. They're all coming. The 5 of Max Boost, I think he's smoking it. Oh, around goes his 15 of Swamp Fox. That's going to mess up the FPGM draft there. Let's see. Oh, this is going to be interesting to see who comes on pit road and where. Let's follow Max Boost here. I know we don't particularly keep it on pit stops, but I mean, this is going to say a lot about this race because we got about, what, 9 laps to go?
If your tires are good to make it to the end, which I'm assuming they are, I take fuel on when we get out. But it looks like
the 40
tires.
They're all coming out at the same time. Where are they coming out? What's the order? I can't see.
Dangles, Jackboy, LL Penn, Max Boost, and Moffitt.
Oh, and they're all going to be able to be in that draft. I'm not sure anybody that comes out after Moffitt's going to still be in that draft. So it looks like we're going to have a 2-on-3. If they're smart, they'll get all lined up and organized. Looks like Jackboy might be holding up the line a little bit, waiting for his teammates to get to him. Possibly, assumingly. Oh, we got a big pack catching them. And they're flying. Who's leading that pack?
That is Dalton.
Dalton. And NR Lewis.
Oh, they pit a lap before. We're going to have the same guys, except for Swamp, all lined back up with each other. All racing for the win. If anybody can give me official laps to go, because this is about to get hectic.
Ooh, we're going 3 wide. Nope, NR Lewis just dumped Dalton. Just left him out to dry.
Wow, so there goes all that momentum that they had built up on this pack that was going slower than them. So they're going to have to fall all the way to the back of this pack. We still got Dangles leading the way, even after the pit stops.
I'll get your lap counter here shortly.
8 to go.
No problem. 8 to go, so 7 at the line. Well,
Yep.
shoot, they just started this lap.
Yeah.
But Steve-O's made his way back up in here as well. He's battled back pretty strong. Let's get to one of these guys a little bit farther up.
Now, out of everybody in this lead pack, the Penn needs to win.
There we go.
More importantly than everybody else, just because he's sitting so far below the cut line right now for the next round. He needs the win to advance him.
Oh, they're getting a little shaky here on the front stretch. Oh, down on that. you know, that triangle. They're going to have to sort it out. Now Dalton's going to fall to the back here because he's below that double yellow line. It looks like these FBGM guys are a little bit outnumbered at the moment. Who's this? LL Pin down below the apron. The 5 of Max Boost is going to try to make the outside work.
Wow. The one must have clipped
And
the
he
apron.
does. He clears him. Yeah, the one lost a lot of speed there in 1 and 2 going down the apron. And that apron is not... It's not too dangerous, but it's also not too nice to you here. It definitely grabs your tires and slows you down. As Max Boost is now in P3, he's lined up behind his TGR teammate, the 42 of Jackboy.
Also got Moffitt in 5th.
And then
That's another TGR driver, so you got 3 in the top 5 and 2 FBGM in the top 5.
But then we got those 4 wild card drivers back there. That 00 Stevo, the 9 of Dalton, the 7 of Gar, and the 74 of NR Lewis. What are they going to do? You got to think they're all in the same checks. They all came down and pit at the same time. They pit with the exact same tires and fuel. So you got to think they're talking to each other. Oh, Moffitt's going to hold it straight here down the backstretch. He's got a bumper full of that 9 car pushing him down the backstretch. Oh, man, you just got to feel... You can just feel it in the air. The intensity's about to pick up. Everything's about to get a little bit crazy.
Hearts are pounding.
The car's getting a
palms
little...
are sweating.
Oh, yeah. These cars that get out of a line here a little bit, everybody's still checking up and letting them back in, but you got to think that's going to stop here in the next lap or two as we come to 6 to go.
Mom spaghetti.
I didn't do it on purpose, Gator, all right?
The 9 is underneath the 98.
Oh, the 98 gets shuffled out.
5 to go.
5 to go.
Fourth the line.
5 laps left here at Talladega for the money line 300. 4 at the line to sort out who is going to take home this trophy. Looks like that 9 at Dalton does not care anything about any teammates. His mission is to get to the front and get there soon.
Dalton is using
Oh, the 42
whoever
Jack
he
Boy
can.
now. Alright, so we got 4 to go once they cross the line here. Things are about to get crazy.
Four to go.
Lieutenant Dangles leads this pack with 4 to go. You know, he's got to be nervous as well. Oh, and he gives up the bottom. The 42 of Jackboy makes the move underneath him. He's going to take the lead coming out of 2.
Wow.
The 5 of Max Boost is going to follow him right through there. The 1 of LL Pin is going to stay on the bottom, being pushed by the 9 of Dalton, who is underneath the apron. He saves himself. He's back on track. And it looks like Dangles is going to fall in behind the 98.
6. Can he work
But he's
his way
nowhere
back
near
up
out
with
of
3
this
laps to
race.
go? Yeah.
Yeah,
Three laps.
3 laps is still a long time to go here at Talladega. He's still got plenty of time to work his way back up to the
He's got
front.
one of the best
And you know he does not care who is in his way. And he will back it up in the chat as well. So he's got one mission, and that's to win.
Ooh, the 98 and the 9 make contact.
Oh, yeah, they're getting a little wiggly here. And the 98's going to stay on the bottom. The 9's going to get shuffled out. He might have to go all the way to the back of this lead pack. That's about the pace where all these guys' hearts are pounding. I mean, they're just going down the 00 of Steve out of line. That's not going to work, not just yet. As they come back, once they cross the line again, there's only 3 laps. Only 3 laps to go in this race. Oh, excuse me.
I believe it'll be 2 to go at the line.
2.
I got caught up in the excitement. 2 laps to go. Who's going to pit road? Is that Gar? Why did he go to pit road?
Well, you remember, Gar pitted a little bit early because he got wrecked.
Yeah, he wrapped early with no caution.
So he might have not had enough fuel to make it.
I bet he gambled that a caution would come out, and he unfortunately lost it.
The one
What is
gets
the
loose
one
on the apron.
pit down the apron? Hard contacted to the
man.
inside wall, and there goes his chances of winning this race as the caution does not come out. Now we have an outside lane forming here with the 00 of Steve-O, the 74 of NR Lewis, and the 9 of Dalton. Oh, and NR Lewis cuts in front of that 98. An outside lane, just whatever. You know what I'm trying to say.
Oh, they had a run and they just threw
It's
it away.
gone.
It's gone now.
Oh, man.
Last lap.
And here we go. 1 lap to go to sort out who is going to be the winner here at Talladega. 1 to go. Presented by Credit One Bank. 42 of Jagboy currently leading the way. CGR teammate Max Boost right behind him. The 74 of NR Lewis, the independent, running third. 98 of Moffitt, also TJR, running fourth. And this is it. They only have a half a lap left. If you want to make a move, now is the time.
Do you think Max is going to make a move on his teammate?
I personally don't.
I don't think so.
He likes winning races, but he also knows the points. No. I mean, he likes winning races, like I'm saying, but I think he knows the whole points deal. He's locked into the next round before he even started this round. And here we go, Jagboy rounds that triangle, and he's going to stay down at the bottom. And Jagboy is going to win at Talladega. And Max Boost finishing second. Did Moffitt grab third there, or is that after the computer took over?
I believe NR Lewis held on for third.
NR Lewis third, Moffitt fourth, and who is that? Gar fifth? No, he picked. Sorry, Dangle's fifth. Wow. Well, not as exciting a last lap as I thought it was going to be, but still a pretty good race. They were a lot more patient with each other, a lot more cautious with each other than I was expecting, which is a good thing. I got that one Jagboy fan in here, Baby Crab. He's not texting. He's not excited. I don't know what it is.
It's nice seeing some fresh faces up front. I mean, in the end, ultimately, it was a couple of playoff guys.
Fresh faces.
But fresh faces up front, for sure.
Let me get Jagboy in here. Y'all talk about what you saw in the race while I pull him up.
Kevin?
I got nothing. Just standard what's the word? Just
Plate
standard plate race.
It definitely got wild at times.
Gets a lot of hectic.
I think what I saw was that the outside lane working at the end, and they gave up on it.
Yeah, I think they gave up on that a little bit too early.
That definitely cost Steve-O and NR Lewis a chance at the win.
They definitely has some momentum going up there. NR Lewis saw a hole down the bottom. He took it. But we have our race winner in here, Jagboy, driving that 42 Toyota Camry. Jagboy, how you doing, Jagboy?
Yeah, buddy. That's fucking good. I'm so excited.
So Jagboy is obviously excited here, man. Look, at stage 1 and stage 2, you were kind of riding towards the back of the lead pack there a little bit. Were you having that lag issues, or were you just playing it safe?
No, I was just kind of playing it safe. I wanted to see how the guys were racing. Honestly, I mean, everybody was a lot more aggressive than I thought they would be. So, but I mean, yeah, I was just watching to see what the aggression.
So we got a good amount of people in the booth here tonight that saw you win. So I'm going to pass it off to Gator Mike. Any questions for our race winner?
Oh, Jagboy, congratulations first off. That is your second win of the season. It also advances you to the next round of the playoffs. So congrats on that.
Yes, sir.
I guess my question is, about 5 or 6 to go, you're kind of just riding around in second place, and Lieutenant Dangles is in front of you. What was going through your mind there, and what made you decide to make the move when you did? Did he just come up off the bottom a little bit? You just took it, or?
Yeah, honestly, I was just waiting, and yeah, he came up. I think he clipped the apron going into 1. He went up the track a whole lane and a half, so I just stuck it in there. I think he tried to come back down, but I was there, and but I mean, yeah, I was just gonna ride around like the last lap or something, and lay back a little bit, and hopefully get around. Hopefully, the guys behind me would go with me.
All right, well, whatever you did definitely worked. Jagboy coming away with the win. Now I'm going to pass it off to Kevin. Any questions for our race winner?
Well, first off, congrats on your second win on the season. That was getting quite hectic up there. Like, I enjoyed watching what was going on there. I have no questions. Just unbelievable race.
My heart was pounding the whole time.
All right, Mr. Williams joined us late, but anything that you see that you want to ask him about?
Do you know who won the Chili Bowl last night?
Oh Lord.
That's nothing else.
That's the only thing he'll win.
Moving on. K-Bart, I know you've been kind of quiet all night, but you want to chime in, or you want to go on to next boost?
We have to say TJR.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
All right, so Jag Boy putting me to work on the very first night that TJR is officially back. Good job.
Good job, Jack Boy. Anybody want to shout out?
Shout out TJR, you know what I mean? The guys behind me that were helping me, Max, Ossie, all the guys at TJR being really nice today. So I appreciate that. And yeah, we got it done. 1-2.
All right.
I told you.
All right, well, there's Jag Boy thanking all the guys back at the shop. Now, if you don't mind slightly leaving so we can get Max Boost in here and we can talk to him.
Yes, sir. All right, thank you guys.
Take care. All right, the invitation is out for Max Boost, your runner-up finisher. Anything you kind of take away from that interview from Jag Boy, Gator?
Oh, he's excited.
He is excited.
That's for sure.
As we have our runner-up finisher in here. Max Boost 27. Max, one position away from where you wanted to be, or did you want to finish second? How you feeling, bud?
You know, man, I feel good. That was fun. That was some good, honest plate racing. Congratulations to Jag Boy, man. That was a good win for him. That was awesome.
Yeah, when it mattered, Jag Boy definitely made the move when it mattered. Got the win, being pushed by his TJR teammate all the way to the win. How does this moment kind of rank in your season thus far in the playoffs? You're already going to the next round, and now you're seeing your teammate move on as well.
You know what? I gotta say, this was more fun than a win. Just like being able to help out my TJR teammates and be able to, ever get those guys a good finish. And I was advanced, so it's great. It's great for me to just go out and be like, okay, I don't need to win. I just want to have fun on the play track, and it was fun. It was a blast. So congratulations to everybody who ran a good race. That was fun.
Well, there you go, Max Boost having fun tonight. Now we got a crowded booth. Gator, anything for Max?
Not really. You kind of brought it up. I guess my question was going to be, with 2 or 3 laps to go, you're riding there behind your teammate. I was going to ask if you were going to make a move or if you were just kind of content on helping him get his win and lock him into the next round.
Yeah, I was definitely content. I mean, I got 9 other wins. I don't need a 10th one. Like, it's cool.
I think a 10th one's coming before the end of this season.
Hopefully,
Well, there you go. Max Boost trying to be humble up here, pulling out his 9 wins. We get it, Max. Kevin, any questions for Max?
First of all, congrats on the second place finish. Wasn't like what we're normal to seeing, the 5-car out in front winning races. But I have to talk to you about one incident, the incident between you and the 1 car of LL Penn. What's your take on that? Did he get underneath you, or just a classic bumper hook?
I think it was just a bumper hook, because when it happened, I knew I had the room to get back to where I was, and at least on my screen, you know how Heat Force online works, but yeah, I mean, yeah, it looked clear. I'm gonna go ahead and watch it back so I can give you guys an honest recollection of what's going on, but I don't feel like I did anything wrong. We were just pushing, bumping, and we'll just personally for me, just move on to Bristol.
There you go, Mr. Williams. Anything?
Congratulations, Max. I have one question. Where are you from? Seriously, where are you from?
I already know where he's going with this.
Elk Grove, California.
Who is also from Elk Grove, California? God damn it.
Kyle Larson.
And who won the Chili
Who won last night?
Get this guy out of the booth. Get this guy out of the booth.
I got nothing else.
Oh, man, Kyle Larson.
Oh my goodness, K-Bart.
Just one thing, TJR, man.
Oh, yeah, JR.
There you go. All right, Max. Congratulations on the second place finish. Anybody you want to shout out here?
Yeah, shout out to my girl. She got attacked by a dog last week, really bad, really bad. And we've been in and out of the hospital for pretty much every day, just waiting to see if the bacteria from the dog's mouth spread to the bone. It was really scary. Her hand was like twice the size it should be, and finally, it looks like after 5 antibiotics, 3 of them being shots, the swelling went down. There's not going to be an infection, and she will keep her hand and usage of it. It was that bad.
Prayers to your girl. Glad everything's clearing up. And definitely good luck tonight.
For sure. Yeah, everybody's glad that happened. Well, when out of the max boost has kind of brought down the mood of the broadcast. Let's pump it back up tomorrow, because we got the big boys hitting the same exact track tomorrow night, 8:45. They're taking on Talladega, and we might see a commentator down the track. I think I might have heard a little rumor. A little one. Tune in to find out. You already know where to be. You already know the time. It's